Welcome back. I'm John Shrock from johnshrock.com. Today I'm going to talk about the Amish lifestyle, specifically the old-fashionedness. Now, a little disclaimer on this. Every single Amish group is different, and some of this may not reflect what the moderner type of Amish people are. This would reflect where I came from and the more stricter ones, like similar to mine. So I know out east there's some that will not be similar to this. So today I'm going to talk about just old-fashionedness. The Amish are a people group that teach their children that they must continue in their traditions. Basically, they say, well, you need to do what we say and continue in our traditions, or you're going to go to hell. They aren't very nice about it if you don't. Specifically, like as me when I leave or when I left. Because of that, many of the Amish today live without the convenience of today, but rather as they did in the 1800s. So basically, they just live without the modern conveniences of, cell phones, cars, and stuff like that. I'm going to speak a little bit about their clothing. Most of the older Amish sew their own clothing, so they'll go to the store, buy the materials, and then sew their own clothing. Now, in some of the moderner communities, maybe one family will sew the clothing, and another family will make the food. I mean, not the food, but like will sell food or whatever. So this may not all of them may do it personally for themselves in the more modern ones. Transportation. Obviously, they don't use any cars or vehicles, but instead horses and buggies. And you say, well, what's the reason? Again, it's continuing the parents' traditions and being different from the world as they're commanded to be. Rather a slow way of transportation, though. Let's just say when you go up the hill, it's probably 1 or 2 miles an hour. Some things about their way of life. Many people think that the Amish don't go to stores like Walmart and stuff like that, and that's not true at all. They do a lot of their own gardening, but they go to the store to get flour and groceries and some of the stuff like that. Just not stuff like stuff that they can raise for themselves. They for the Amish, obviously, the more things that they can eat of their own, it's cheaper. So a little bit about Amish farming. Amish people use horses to do their own farming with their horse-drawn machinery. So again, obviously they can't use stuff like cars or tractors, so they use horses and use the older 1800 style machinery. Here's Oats Farming. I can't even remember what you call that in the Amish anymore, but it's, I don't know. It mows down the oats, puts it in bundles, and kicks it out. Then they have to assemble them and make little shocks like this. Leave that out for about 10 days, and then they load them onto the wagon like that. Then they take them out, throw them into this thing that finally separates the straw and the oats. So it's a long, complicated process of doing something. Amish plow here, generally pulled by 3 or 4 horses. You can plow roughly an acre a day. Hay farming is similar to oats in the fact that you have to, cut it, rake it, but obviously you don't have to shock it. So you cut it and rake it, and then you load it up. And this thing here is, the way this thing works is ground driven, as most of the Amish machinery is, by the way. And then as it goes, the wheels make the things in the back go like that. I don't know if you can clearly see it, but basically the wheels make the things go around like that, and it pushes the hay up, which is pretty amazing. So that they can make big loads. Here's an Amish fertilizer spreader. Again, it's a little bit on the complicated side. You have to pull this thing in the barn and obviously load it all by hand and then pull it out. So everything just takes a lot longer the way they do it. Super complicated. It's much better the way we have now. That's a little bit about their way of life and how they're farming and stuff like that. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next week. Thank you so much for watching. John Shrock signing off. I left.